Namaskar, everyone. To all of those who are viewing online, and to everyone who is in the hall here with us, a warm welcome to our healing circle today. My name is Sri Devi, and I'm so happy to be with you for the introduction of our amazing program. So, as all of you know, and as Guruji has been mentioning for the past few weeks, the theme of our year, especially here at the Blue Star, is being well and staying well at all levels of being. Using what we know from our external world and also the divine magic of our inner world to truly stay well. In our healing circle, we will be providing amazing tips across all of our discipline to truly encourage each other to stay well and to take a hold of our healing journey. This will, of course, be immunity tips, tips in the yoga, tips in our practices, tips from a holistic viewpoint of healing. And as we know, healing happens at all levels of our being. So over the next few weeks, even the next few days, you can look forward to seeing some of these segments, some of these tips posted across all of our social media. And let's enjoy them. Let's take these tips to heart and really make the most of our healing journey, especially in this time. Now, coming to the excitement of today. We have planned an amazing program for all of you. And the first segment will be with Mukunda, ashram resident and a practitioner of Bikram yoga for over 17 years. And of course, being steeped in the tradition of yoga and also with the Maha Yoga practices, he has prepared an amazing segment for all of you. And again, as a special treat for today, we are bringing back the amazing practice of Reiki with Prema Devi, who you all know, also a resident here, who has been an energy practitioner for a very long time. And here she is being trained under Reiki Master Anupriya. And we have the treat of being taken through a beautiful Reiki practice, also in preparation for our healing meditation with Guruji. And as all of you know, he will be joining us live, which is a divine treat for all of us. So a lot of exciting things to look forward. Let's do this together. Let's be present. Let's enjoy. I see a lot of smiling faces, and we're already in that beautiful connected space. But let's go a little bit deeper as we begin. So I'm inviting everyone just to be where you are for a few moments. Let's close our eyes and just turn our attention inward. For a few moments, we are simply aware of our physical space, how the body feels as we sit, how all of our limbs feel in this moment. And as we are becoming more aware of our physical space, we open ourselves to listening to the body, making a few adjustments, whether it's moving the legs, the hips, the hands, the arms, the shoulders, And just making ourselves more comfortable in this moment. As we do this, we engage the heart space. A gentle smile comes across the face, opening ourselves to this feeling of being relaxed in this moment. At ease with our bodies. Quiet and loving in our emotional space. And present and truly here in our mental space. Here we can use the breath as a tool to bring us even more into balance in this moment. And we can exhale with a light, gross breath. And deeply inhaling, feeling the breath in the abdomen, in our chest, in our upper chest, and exhaling with a light, gross breath again. As we do this, we feel a sense of ease and flow in the breathing. And just notice what is happening in our space as we breathe. Let's just do this for a few more breaths. And just be here for a moment. Opening our hearts. Opening our field to each other, to the divine, to the practice. And here we will bring all parts of ourselves together with the sacred sound of Om. Let's breathe out. Deep inhale. Deep breath in and relax. So welcome back, everyone. And of course, some beautiful possibilities ahead of us. I hope you all really take the opportunity to practice and enjoy, and to really prepare ourselves powerfully for that healing space. So I will now invite Mukunda to join us for our second segment of today. Namaskar, everyone, and have a great practice.
Namaskar, everyone. Welcome to this segment of the Healing Circle. My name is Mukunda. I'll be your yoga teacher for this segment. My background is I've been teaching Bikram Yoga for quite a while now, about 17 years, practicing 17 years. And today I'd like to share the technique that I use for the yoga. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to use our muscle strength to help vitalize the body. And the main focus will be the core of our body, because the more vitalized the core is, the more stable the core is, the better it can carry the heart. That, of course, we use for the healing circle. So I like to start with a breathing exercise. And basically, this breathing exercise is, you could say it's a combination of the Basika and Kapalbhati. Our main focus, like I say, is our belly. And you could do this breathing exercise either sitting or standing. It's whatever you prefer. I prefer to stand because it gives a little bit more control over my body. The main focus is on the exhalation. And we use our focus, we use our power of the third eye to push the prana inside the body. So when we exhale, even though the air will come out of the nose, we push the prana inside the body. Now, to make sure that the prana stays inside the body, at the end of the exhalation, make sure that your abdominal wall is contracted. Just like with the Kapalbhati, you want to make sure that the abdominal wall is contracted. So when we push the prana into the belly, we kind of hold the prana in the belly area to really vitalize the navel area. Yeah, so I invite you, if you're standing, you can separate your legs, bend your knees a little bit. Keep your spine as straight as possible. And already bring your attention to the inside. Then focus on the belly area. And like I said, we only focus on the exhalation, and the inhale will go automatically. Just one little disclaimer: if you feel that your body is really challenged, if you have any health issues, or if your body is just tired, you can take it like easy. Like over here it's in the afternoon, so I'm going to use a lot of power, I'm going to use a lot of force. That's also to inspire you to get the most of this breathing exercise. But if you, like I said, if your body is challenged, just do it gentle. Do it gentle. So let's start. Take a moment to center. Bring your attention to the belly. Think of just bringing the prana down into the belly. And we're just going to start. You can use the arm movement to help to bring the prana even down into the belly. For 3, 2, 1, and relax. You can relax your arms, relax your body, and take a moment for yourself and observe how your body is feeling from the inside. Maybe you feel a light feeling in the belly area. Because we use so much focus to push the prana down, you should not feel dizzy. So if you start to feel lightheaded, take it a little bit more easy and see if you can use a little bit more determination to push the prana down. I'm going to do it one more time, and I'm going to engage my body a little bit more, and that will also help to really bring the prana into the body. So that means at the end of my exhalation, I make sure that the muscles in my arms are fully engaged, and I'm going to make sure that the muscles of my legs are fully engaged. So even though if there's prana go to the other parts of my body, I still keep the prana inside because I use those muscles kind of as a wall, as a barrier, so the prana doesn't go outside the body. So once again, take a moment to center. Bring your attention down to the belly. And if you even have the awareness, you can even think of like, I'm going to push the prana all the way into my legs. And just make sure that at the end of the exhalation, all the muscles are engaged of the legs. So let's start. For 3, 2, 1, and release. I invite you once again to take that moment to observe how you're feeling inside. I've been doing this breathing exercise for a while now, and I find that the more I do it, it's as if I'm transforming all the body cells. The more I push the prana into the body, it kind of requires that determination and that focus, but it's almost as if the body cells are transforming. And after practicing a while, like the whole belly area start to feel light. It's a wonderful feeling. Now, like I mentioned with this breathing exercise, we kind of use the abdominal wall as a barrier to keep the prana inside. And that's also what we're going to do with this technique for the yoga poses. We're going to use the muscles as a barrier. Basically, we want to create a tunnel where the prana is moving. We're going to invoke the energy by using the muscle strength. Now, to explain a little bit more how this works, for example, if I hold up my arm like this, basically I'm only using the muscle strength to keep the arm up. So I'm invoking energy into my shoulder to keep my arm up high. Now the beautiful thing with the yoga poses is that the yoga is working on the energy body in such a way that when we use our intention, when we use our focus, we can give a direction to the energy that we invoke. So in this case, when I hold my arm up like this, I invoke the muscle strength, I invoke the energy in the shoulder, and I'm going to give direction to that energy. So I'm going to stretch my arm all the way out towards the side. So when I do this, when I give direction to this energy, then I start to feel an energy flow going through my arm all the way out of my fingertips. For those who are trying this out, see if you can feel that. When you start a stretch, it requires a little bit more muscle strength because I have to engage all the other muscles in my arm to hold that stretch. But when you do that right, it's almost as if all the muscles in the arm form this tunnel, now where this energy from the shoulder can flow through. Can you feel it? And relax. Now the beautiful thing is that a lot of the yoga poses, we have stretches in opposite directions, either with the arms up or just by standing, pushing energy down, pushing energy up. The wonderful thing is when we start to first invoke these energy currents, when we use opposing forces, then the energy flows even more through the body. So in the example of the holding up the arm up high, and I invite you all to try this out. If I hold my both arms up now, I invoke the energy in my shoulders. I'm going to give direction to this energy, stretching the arms out in opposite directions. And I'm going to stretch just as much until I feel the energy current flowing through my arms, until I feel the energy coming out of my fingertips. But the nice thing is when we use opposing forces is that the energy doesn't all start from the shoulders anymore. There's now a center point right in the middle of the heart. So the more I stretch, the more I invite the energy of the heart to flow through the arms out of the fingertips. And relax. And in my experience doing different kinds of yoga poses, every pose has a unique energy circuit, so to speak. You can even do it just by standing. If you just stand, keeping your feet together, toes and heels touch. Just by using the energy of especially with your thighs and the hips, when I invoke the energy, contracting my thighs, then I start pushing my knees back and I'm pressing the heels down, then I can actually feel the energy current flowing from my hips all the way down towards the heels into the floor. Now when I add a opposing force, then I'm going to lift my chest up using my back muscles, using my chest muscles. And there's a downward force, basically going from the belly, and an upward force, going from the belly all the way up towards the head. So even just by standing, you can create a lot of energy movement just by focusing on those energies going down, going up. And relax. Now we're going to do one pose where we're going to explore a little bit more, finding the energy currents, and then working with opposing energy forces. So this one is posture is called Ardha Shavasana. It's actually the first posture of the Bikram Yoga series. It's the half moon pose. You're going to start by bringing the feet together, toes and heels touch, and already engage your thighs, push the knees back, kind of squeeze your inner thighs against each other and press the heels down. Now once again, if the body is challenged, just take it very easy. You decide yourself how much muscle strength you use in this yoga pose. You just need just enough strength to start that energy current, and when that current starts to flow, then the energy kind of will take over. And of course, when the body starts to become tired, just take a little break, catch your breath until you can start again. So once again, we're going to press the heels down, especially those big thigh muscles, keep them contracted. Then lift your chest up, and then bring the arms over your head, sideways. Interlace your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs. I'm going to invoke the shoulder muscle strength. Stretch the arms all the way up towards the ceiling as much as you can. At the same time, keep pressing the heels down in towards the floor. So you feel you create that one tall energy line all the way from the heels, all the way up towards the fingertips. Of course, when the shoulders get tired, when the arms get tired, you can rest your hands on your head. We kind of want to keep the arms up high to increase the heart rate, to stimulate the blood circulation. So first going to stretch up. Let's do a quick warming up for the spine, just to see how the spine is feeling. Just start bending upper body right and left, right and left. You want to feel how the spine is feeling today. Do you feel any tensions? And come to a stop in the middle. Now once again, when the arms get tired, just allow the hands to rest on the head and take a breather. If you feel you have a good energy today, I know in Europe it's already in the evening, then you can keep the arms up high and keep the energy flowing. I'm first going to do the right side. So with the inhale, you want to stretch up towards the ceiling, engage those opposing forces, push the heels down and lift your chest, arms up. And then with the exhale, move towards your right side. Now even though I'm bringing my body in this half moon shape, there's still a downward force pushing the heels down, and there's still an upward force kind of lifting my chest straight up towards the ceiling. So the spine is bent, but the force is still going upwards. And if you can, keep the arms straight so you keep that energy current flowing through the arms. And change. Let's do the other side. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, move your body towards your left side. Once again, we want to feel the opposing energy forces. Pressing the heels down, keeping the thigh muscles contracted, lifting the chest up towards the ceiling, stretching the hands away from the head, and change. Come back to the middle, and then allow the arms to relax. Very good. We're going to continue the half moon pose with the other two directions, which means is a backward bend and a forward bend. I will change my position so you can see it a little bit more. Now, even with this backward bend, my body will go, upper body will go backwards, but the energy force is still going straight up. So there's a tremendous effort in lifting the chest up towards the ceiling. All the while, try to keep the body weight in the heels, because you continuously want to press the heels down against the floor. So you're going to bring the arms up, interlace the fingers, release the index fingers, cross your thumbs. We want to bring the arms a little bit more forward to create a little bit more space for the neck and shoulders. Now, to make sure that there's not too much pressure on the neck, we're first going to lift the chin up towards the ceiling to engage the muscles in the neck, and then we allow the head to go all the way back. Go all the way back. Allow the head to rest on those neck muscles. And bring your attention to the inside, engage the legs, press the heels down, push the knees back. Feel the downward force flowing through the legs. And at the same time, start lifting the chest up, create that upward force, stretch the arms up, and then slowly go into your backward bend. Now, even though I'm backward bending, once again, there's a tremendous effort in lifting the chest up towards the ceiling and pressing the heels down into the floor. Two opposing energy forces. And relax. We're going to do the opposing direction. After a backward bend, we're going to do a forward bend. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, slowly come down. See if you can come down with the spine straight. And when you're all the way down, you can bend your knees. We need to touch the floor with your fingertips. And doing a forward bend, we want to be careful with the lower back. So that means already keep your abdominal wall contracted to support the lower spine. I'm going to warm up the lower back just a little bit for this forward bend. So we do that by bending the knees one by one. Moving your hips from side to side. And all the while, make sure that your abdominal muscles are contracted to support the lower back. And then you're ready. You want to bend your knees, bring the arms all the way back behind your legs, and grab your elbows. Now use the arms to squeeze the upper body against your legs. So the stomach is touching with your thighs. Now also in this forward bend, we're going to use opposing forces. We want to press the heels down, lift the hips up, and then start pushing the knees against the arms. But if you cannot grab your elbows, just grab your wrist. Your arms are pushing against your knees. So the knees push against the arms, but the arms make sure that the knees cannot go all the way back. So we have this one direction of a force, and the other direction of the opposing force is now to push the chest down and forward. Creating the feeling as if you lengthen the spine. Pushing the chest down and forward. So you push the knees back, and at the same time, pushing chest down and forward. And then to come up, keep your chin away from the chest, arms overhead, and arms by your side. Very good. So nice to see you all doing this yoga. We exactly finished my segment. This is just a short introduction of how I practice my yoga, really with the focus of muscle strength, energy, and giving a direction to it. And please welcome our next segment, which is Prema Devi, who will give a wonderful Reiki session. Namaskar.
Namaskar, everyone. Welcome to our second segment with a Reiki healing session. I'm Prema Devi, and I'll be more than happy to guide you through a self-healing treatment, working with all of our chakras. And I will just invite you to sit if you are not already doing so, and just find a really comfortable position. Feeling your feet really grounded on the floor, your spine straight, your shoulders and chest down and relaxed. And just let's take a couple of deep breaths after that powerful yoga session. Let's bring ourselves together into a relaxing pace. Relaxing the mind, the heartbeat, observing the body for a few seconds, enjoying the energies that are already flowing beautifully in your whole system. You can relax your face muscles with a nice smile. And here, as we begin our session, we can gently lift our arms up as we open our hearts, minds, physical bodies to welcome, to invoke divine Reiki energies to come into our space. We want to welcome the Reiki masters, our own Gurudev, Sri Vasudeva, all masters of the light, healing angels, devas and deities. And as we open ourselves to this energy within, we want to activate our inner healer as we allow ourselves to channel these energies into every cell of our being. And now let's use the power of intuition, attention, visualization, as we imagine light coming down from the top of our heads, heavenly energies, earth energies coming from the earth, uniting in our hearts, bringing our palms into Gasho, the prayer position, into your chest area. And here we want to have our healing intention for this session today. Just think of any areas, any health concerns that you may have. Bring them into mind as your intention to open yourself to receive healing energy in those areas and for have really balancing energies throughout your whole being. With this intention, we want to offer this divine will to the divine, bringing the palms to our third eye, praying that the healing, the gifts received today will be according to our divine plan, our divine guidance. Now here we bring our palms back down into our hearts. Here we want to feel the Reiki energies deeply in our hearts. Focus in the chest area, right in the middle of your heart chest. And allow yourselves to open up to feel these beautiful healing energies emanating from your heart space and flowing through your arms to your hands, as we will be using our palms to bring healing into different areas of our bodies. So here we bring our palms towards our eyes, to our face, placing the heel of our palms on our cheekbones, covering our eyes, our third eye. Here we are working with the pituitary gland. And in this center, we are actually activating our intuition, inspiration, clairvoyance. And just notice any energy sensations in your palms, any tingling, any heat. Visualizing that energy coming from your palms right onto your third eye. And those organs related to the areas that we will be invoking. Allowing the breath to flow freely, expanding the belly as you inhale and contracting as you exhale. Taking deep, long breaths. Bringing clean, pure prana into the system. And as you exhale, we have the intention of letting go. Anything that doesn't serve us anymore. And now as we gently move our palms to the sides, bringing our fingers together right on the top of our head, our crown chakra. Here we are stimulating our pineal gland. It's our spiritual center. We open up to higher consciousness, energy. allowing the energies to flow. Relaxing the whole body. Here we are balancing the left and the right side of the brain, the male and female energies, the heating and cooling energies. So we can visualize those energies being balanced, restored. Now gently bringing the palms to the back of our heads, fingers pointing up, resting the heels of our palms at the base of our skull. Our thumb and index fingers are touching. And here we want to bring a sense of relaxation, peace into our minds. Feeling that with every breath that we take, there is more peace coming into our mental field. That with every breath that we take, we're breathing peace. And with every exhale, we're letting go of any thoughts that we may have, any worries, any stresses, just coming into a silent mind, quiet mind. It is really important to have a peaceful, quiet, silent mind to tap into higher energies, to be guided from within, to allow the energies to work in and through us, to channel those beautiful energies into our space and in our whole being. Now gently bringing your palms back to the chest area, here bringing the left palm to your heart center, your right palm on your left shoulder. If you wish, you can close your eyes or keep them open. And here we're working with the emotional area, the heart area. We want to let go of any anger that we may feel related with the heart. Here we can bring compassion, forgiveness, understanding. Continuing to breathe slowly and deeply, allowing the energies to flow nicely and freely. And here we want to switch palms. Now bringing the right palm right in the middle of our chest, the left palm on our right shoulder. And now bringing gently the right palm to your solar plexus. Here we are also working with anger accumulated in this area and letting go of any stresses that we may feel. Usually when we feel burdened by our own emotions or thoughts, or those from the external world, we feel the heaviness in our shoulders. So here we want to let go of those stresses. Feeling relaxed, healed, light. And now as we release our left palm down, let's bring the right one up, the upper part of our chest where our thymus gland is, and let's do 20 tappings to, in this case, stimulate our immune system. And now with both palms, bringing the right palm a little bit closer to our throat area, the left one over, we want to cope our throat area, our throat chakra. And here the organs related to this area will be the thymus gland, and also in this chakra, we are working with self-expression, communication. We also tap into that silence within, listening. We're also working with the thyroid gland. And here we can just bring our palms down to the upper part of our chest, just above our breast area, joining our fingers, the tip of our fingers. And here, we're actually bringing energies to our upper lungs, our physical heart, our thymus. And this is the area of self-love. So as we tap into this energy in this area, let's send love to every cell of our being, every part of our bodies. You can visualize yourselves happy, full of light, healed, balanced. And bringing our palms a little bit lower, just below the breast area. Here we're working with the diaphragm, the lower lungs, gently sliding our palms, coming into our solar plexus, just above the navel. And here we're bringing the digestive system into balance. Our emotions, we hold a lot of emotions that we don't need in this area. Anger, resentment, lack of confidence. So we really want to be able to convert all these fearful energies into love. We want to transform these energies as we heal them. Working with the liver, the spleen, and as we continue to go down slightly into the navel area, just where our belly button is, here we're working with any digestive issues, our digestive tract. Our navel is also the center of our confidence, courage, strength. So we really want to tap into all those qualities, feeling really balanced. Coming down gently into our second chakra, just below the navel. And here we are working with the reproductive system, the bladder. And this area is full of creativity, sexual power, and also when tapping really into this energy can take us to deeper levels of love, divine love. And as we continue to come down slowly and gently, making like a V shape with our palms, we want to cover our genital area at the base. Can make almost like a V shape, one palm on top of the other. And here we are working with all of the chakras, helping us come into full balance, working with the whole spinal column, where the energy flows freely, Kundalini energy. And now as we continue to invoke this Reiki energy, the masters, tapping into our inner healer, let's bring the palms to the back, over our kidneys, sending healing energy here to the kidneys, to our adrenal glands. And here we continue to breathe slowly and deeply, allowing the energies to flow. This is actually a point also where if there is extreme stress or shock, we can always do Reiki in this part for ourselves or someone else. And as we continue to go down slowly, we make also a V shape with our palms. Here coming back to the base chakra, bringing balance to feel grounded, stable, really connected to the earth. And now here we come back to center, bringing your palms forward, bringing the right palm right on your chest, the left one on your solar plexus. And this is also a really beautiful position to use in any moment to bring quick balance to the whole system. So as you continue to observe these energies, opening your space, let's relax both palms and let's shake the palms, letting go of any energies that probably were left there, the stagnant energy. Here we want to just sweep our arms, our chest, the back, our legs, back and forth, our face, our head, neck, shoulders. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining this segment. I hope you really benefited from the energies that were channeling through all of us. Thank you for creating such a beautiful space. And now we're going to have our healing box. I will invite you all to raise your palms, to continue to have your minds and hearts together in that beautiful healing energy as now we extend this sacred space that has been created for us to other people that really need support at this time. Names have been placed in this box requesting healing spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically. If there is anyone that you know that may need support at this time, just bring them into mind, sending them healing wishes, love, peace. We invoke the Master's energies, the divine energies, to continue to carry us, to guide us in every moment, showering us with their light, with their love. May all be happy. May all be peaceful. May we all realize our divinity, immortality, and oneness with all life. Om peace, peace, peace. Thank you so much, everyone. And now we welcome Gurudev with our live guided meditation. Enjoy. Namaskar.
Namaskar, everyone, and welcome to the meditation segment of our healing circle. Here we go. We dive deep within in the consciousness by centering in the deepest part of our being. When you're truly centered in the deepest part of your being, you can observe every level of being: the mind, the silence, the emotion, the intention, the vitality, and the physicality. When you're truly centered, and when you're truly centered, you feel the power to influence every level. Isn't that awesome? Because when you don't have the power, you become a slave to whatever energies are there. And you don't want that. So you need to get to the root of power, to the center of power. And we begin by first listening to the silence in the mind. We need a quiet mind. And as much as you can, get to the root of the mind so you can see, you can perceive all the thoughts that play in the mind. You want a mentally stable space, quiet space, calm space, centered space, open space, expansive space. That's how your mind should be. And then we find that the emotions may influence the mind, so to get the mind there, if it's not there, by your doing yet, go to the heart. Bring your attention to the heart and come into that place of feeling. Heart is feeling. And here you want to feel loving, but unconditionally loving. There should be no unforgiving emotion, no emotion of loneliness, sadness. As much as you can, develop a trust in the benevolence of the universe. It's goodness, it's caring. And be in gratitude for all the blessings that you've been receiving. And that tends to open up the heart to a more expansive space, a more energetically uplifting space, a happy space. Now, what makes it easy is that all those of us who can get a little bit of that space, or even more, we influence the whole. So open your heart by opening up your mind to the energies of the collective space. That's an inner intention, an inner practice. I open my heart to the love of the divine through everyone in this space, in our collective space, and to the divine itself within my being. I open my heart. Let your perfect love flow in and through me. And that would be your intention. And the more I say this to you, the more I rest in that space of divine love. And now I'm going to breathe that into every cell by opening up the belly to breathe. By centering in the core of the body. And when I do that, I'm keeping a focus at the back of the neck, at the medulla point, the brainstem, and at the front, the center of the eyebrows, so I can connect with that center in the brain. It's not the front of the eyebrows, it's inside of the brain. You connect to the manas. And manas holds you into the body, into the physicality, into the vitality of the body. So I have a firm neck when I do that, when I breathe, because I'm holding the Manas chakra and the medulla. The medulla influences breathing. And when you focus on the medulla, you get closer to the prana apana energies. As you find that in a rhythm, as you come more into harmony within your being by riding the rhythm of prana and apana, the energy waves that move in breath and out breath, you begin to de-stress. And because you're holding the body with the navel power and the root power, you find that you can channel this loving, healing energies to every cell. Your inner being should be smiling in the process. It's not about force. It's about centering and channeling, whilst you are the loving instrument of doing so. It's not you who are doing the healing. It's the divine in and through you. It's the Kundalini power. If you find that a mantra can help you to center better, to channel better, use it. If you don't need it, no need to use it. And just channel the energy through the prana and apana. As you breathe in, you're centering in the source of the love and goodness and power and peace within you. And as you breathe out, you're channeling that through the body, through the meridians, through the nadis. Stay with me to feel the thrill of this. Ride the rhythm of the breath. Ride the waves of prana, apana. And the waves of loving energies, quantum power through the body. Now that is healing, that is revitalizing, that is restoring. Let the body relax and let the body move as it will. Don't hold it rigid. Be flexible. As the energy flows up and along the spine and through the body as you channel, hands may lift, body may sway, fingers may go into mudras. Find the rhythm. And if there's any part of your body that's challenged, physically, emotionally, breathe your loving energy into it and breathe out the stress or the disease, the distress. create that kind of bond with your body. That loving appreciation of your physicality. In gratitude for the eyes that help you to see color and form. The ear that allows you to pick up every sound in the space. The hands that can touch and feel, and skin. That can sense the environment. In gratitude. For the gift of smell and taste. And center in the chakras that draw you as you try to intuit where this healing power wants to go. Yeah, stay with me. If the hands want to move in Reiki positions, allow it. Reiki is a channeling, healing art. Energy flows through the hands, through the fingers, through the palm of the hands. Now, I just want you to know that I'm holding each one of you in this field. Because I can sense each one of you. And each one of you is a manifestation of my own self. This state is a dynamic state. It is not static. It is not empty, it's full. You're generating waves of intentional power. In a loving field, a healing field. Just observe the power that flows through your palms and fingers. It is the same power that flows through your eyes and your voice. And your chakras. Now you can influence any part of your body, external or internal, through the power of intention, the power of visualization. And if your body is in a healing mode, hold the intention that I'm healing with every breath. And if your body is well, grow in the well-being. Increase your immunity. your resistance to disease. And hold that beautiful feeling in your heart of well-being. At the core of your being, all is well. Where you're tapping into now, all is well. Now, while staying centered, expand your mental field to the space around you. Holding everyone in your healing space, your loving space. Extending healing intentions to all in this space. May all be well. May all be happy. May all be awakened to the healing power of their spirit. May we all live in harmony with nature, with the environment, and with each other. And begin to bring more air into your lungs by breathing out. Slowly. You can breathe out through the mouth or the nose. Notice what happens when you breathe more air into your lungs. You become more conscious of the world around you. The senses are more energized, and you feel more in touch with the environment. And then join me as I do the Om sound 3 times, and then we do the Mahamrityunjaya mantra 3 times. Breathing out. In. Trayambakam yajamahe sugandham pushtivardhanam urvarukamiva bandhanan mrityor mokshiyam amritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe sugandham pushtivardhanam urvarukamiva bandhanan mrityor Mokshiyam amritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe sugandham pushtivardhanam urvarukamiva bandhanan mrityor mokshiyam amritat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you everyone for joining us today for the Healing Circle, and we're trying to make the Healing Circle more and more exciting for you, to bring more information to you, more practices to you, and we hope that you continue to join and support us as we grow. 2022 has become an exciting year for me in particular, and I am extending that to our Blue Star Center, and we look forward to our programming of this year, and to help all, support all for being and staying healthy. The Mahamrityunjaya mantra is such a powerful mantra. It begins by honoring the power of the universe. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe. And you know that Om is a part of the all mantras, right? It's a power of sound, the complete power. Aum covers all sounds. It's a matrix of all sounds. It says, Om Trayambakam. That means the all-seeing one. Yajamahe, we worship you. And by worshipping, I would say that we sentient, your worshipable being. Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam. Sugandhim is the fragrance. Pushtivardhanam means to nourish and thrive. So it's saying this power nourishes you and helps you to thrive. Urvarukamiva bandhanan mrityur mokshiya. And in the same way that the gourd is, when ripened, like the cucumber, is separated from the vine, so to let all diseases fall away. Everything that is unhealthy, let it fall away. And even mortal consciousness, the idea of dying, mrityur mokshiya, free me from the whole idea of death. You're not going to die. Your body might be problematic with some kind of challenge, but that doesn't mean you're going to die. You will never die. And the nicest thing about this part of life is that you have more consciousness than when you entered the body at birth. And stayed in the body with a brain that is growing and a body that is maturing. So you just stay in that body until maturity before you can be really adult and use the body and everything else in the best way. So by saying this, I mean, when the time comes, you will withdraw from the body. And if you are familiar with the light and the energies within, as I'm guiding you to become familiar with and to experience, you will be able to withdraw the pranas from the body when the body starts to shut down. And you will slip out of the body even whilst the body is still shutting down. And the body will seem comatose, but you are drifting away, as it were, happily going. But let's not talk about happily going anywhere. It's more important to happily channel energies into the body and sustain it, because you're here for a purpose. You're here for a purpose, so sustain the body by channeling the most powerful energies, which comes from the mental domain. You have to get the mind hinged first. The ego has to be hinged to the divine first, and then all the rest. And the joy is, in the last part of the Mahamrityunjaya, it says, Mahamritat. That's a demand. It's not a begging, it's a demand. Don't withhold from me immortal consciousness. That's what it says. Mamritat. Mamritat. Don't withhold from me immortal consciousness. It's a loving demand to the universe. Well, we say, grant me immortal consciousness, but it's more demanding than that. Granting is a plead. This is a demand. So use every tool that you can for being and staying well. But understand why you're in the body, because it's more important that you have the desire to live and to thrive. Because if you lose that, you lose everything. So you need to live with a purpose and for a purpose. And that itself brings a zest into the body, a thrill into the body. And of course, the most exciting purpose is to be free, to understand who you are and the whole drama of life, to understand it. For me, it's an adventure, it's a thrill. And then to be able to channel energies as you begin to experience your power as an individual. To channel energies at every level. When you exercise, it's not muscle that you're building or maintaining. Exercise is a channeling of energies through the body that energizes the muscles, the heart, the internal organs, improves circulation, build the nervous system. That's what your exercise should do. It has an energetic component. There's a subtle component. It's not just physicality. And that's why we try to bring to you the Reiki practice, and we try to bring to you the energy practices of the Hatha Yoga. To live for a purpose, with a purpose, and live masterfully. Understand the power that you carry and channel it in the human experience. Not only in your meditation, whilst you're speaking, whilst you're acting, be conscious and responsible. Manage your energies. And if you find it fitting, don't say Mahamrityunjaya one time. Learn the mantra, learn the Sanskrit words. Identify with the mantra. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe. You're my Lord. You're my infinite self. I center in you, O worship of self. Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam. Everything that emanates from you nourishes me and helps me to thrive. Urvarukamiva bandhanan mrichur mokshya. Free me from everything that is unhealthy, all diseases, and free me from mortal consciousness of death. Mamritat. Like a child to my parent, I'm demanding. You brought me into the world, free me. Now, going to sleep, some of you are going to go to bed. Don't go to bed with so much scattered energy in the mind, looking at the television, getting caught up in all the cell phone messages. No, that's not the way you want to go to bed, because what you go to bed with is going to stay with you through the sleep. Even if you looked at the television, even if you get caught up in a cell phone, a little 10 minutes, 15 minutes, get it out of you. Go to bed with the pranas, with a happy thought, with the purpose for which you are alive, and with the intention to be a blessing to the world, and loving your body. Thank you, body. Your body is not you. You need to be in gratitude to every cell. They're a gift to you for a time. Learn to be in harmony with them. Have a blessed day, everyone. Thank you for joining the Healing Cycle. Namaskar.